This isn't a reaction video or a review video, or I guess anything of that category. So, if you came here for that, I'm very sorry. I recommend maybe not watching the rest, but if you love Little Mix, I recommend watching the rest. I just had to say something, aside from just the enormous importance, there remains no more important artist to the channel, and there's a lot of things that go into that. There's obviously first and foremost the fan base, and the way that the fan base supports the artist, but also supports the fellow fans who support the artist, and we all uplift each other, right? Uplift each other. I just don't know if I get to have any sort of community without these girls, and it's all because of the fan base, like I said, and the girls themselves, and that's the biggest part of this, because if the music and everything they stand for doesn't resonate with me just as immensely as it does, then I probably don't go on this deep, just incredibly in-depth Little Mix journey that I went on. Fast forward to today, and this is one of the most important artists, group of people to me in my entire life, and that's what I'm going to take away from these girls more than anything. I said a few things in a video I put up on Patreon, and I know everyone's not on there, so I did want to put something up on YouTube, and it was in response to the last concert, where it was Jade who was talking about just how important the girls were to her, and how she's learned so much from both Leanne and Perry. And that hit me harder than anything, because that's what I take away the most, is beyond everything, it's just what I've learned from these girls, how they've made me better people, much like Jade feels like the girls have made her a better person. That's across like a very personal, intimate friendship and sisterhood across 10 plus years, and I just have this from a distance fanhood over the course of the last year, but that's what the girls do. I think that's the best definition of how the relationship from fan to artist is, that they really make you feel like you're there with them every step of the way. Their relationship to their fan base is unlike any other in that regard, where they have displayed just their level of normalcy of human beings, just how they are just like us. They experience a lot of the things we experience. They consistently let us into their lives. When you talk about those Eden episodes and a lot of the other behind the scenes stuff that we've seen, and in every single interview, like the way that they conduct themselves is no different than how they conduct themselves in normal life situations. They're just as honest and vulnerable and upfront with their fan base as possible, and it makes you feel as close as you possibly can to them. And when you have all of that combined with the music where they're consistently just praising and preaching their relationship with one another. You have LM5, where you have all this woman empowerment and pushing the importance of image, of self-love, body positivity, consistent feminism. Leanne's was it race pop and power, her documentary that she made, which is one of the more powerful pieces of cinema that I've ever seen in my life. It's just everything that these girls have represented from day one, combined with just how incredible the music. I mean, come on, you all know how fucking fantastic their music is. So more than anything, I make this video here just to say thank you to Little Mix. Thank you to the fans of Little Mix, the mixers, my fellow mixers now. But thank you, Little Mix. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Perry. Thank you, Jade, for being who you are, for making the music that you've made, and just for being the woman, the human beings that you've been this entire time so consistently. Even for people like myself that come along late to the fandom, all we got to do really is our due diligence to look at a lot of the back catalog and do some catching up. And you very quickly feel like you've been there from the beginning, just because you've all been so consistent, and it's been so beautiful to watch you all grow as women. I'd never had a Little Mix in my entire life, musically, and just as people, because there were girl groups that I certainly listened to growing up, but there was never the consistent dynamic of the just the consistency and the friendship that you'd see, like this very familial bond that you'd see over the years, and how it would show itself in music, and just stay consistent over a course of years. It certainly was here and there, but I never quite saw it as strongly as I did with Little Mix. And the irony of that is that when they did hit their one sort of rockin' the road, you see how they just recovered from that. And I'm talking about, end of 2020, beginning of 2021, you see how they recovered from that, and not just recovered, like they came together even closer than ever. And that says everything you need to know. The whole Between Us rollout and everything that came with that. Now this last tour that they've done for now, of course, because they will be back, you can clearly see they can't live without one another, and that's part of all of it. That's part of being able to come back from hitting that one slight rock in the road, is because they're true. It's truly you can't be without your sisters. You're truly meant for one another, and you're truly bring out the best in one another. And I just can't wait to see what they do on their own. And I in the meantime, will also anticipate and can't wait them to get back together, because it's going to happen. In the meantime, I can't wait to see the solo stuff, because I know it's coming. I've heard about, it's another thing I mentioned in the video I had made. I've heard about them already planning like their releases to not clash with each other in charts, which is the most Little Mix thing ever, and it's what you would do when you have such a real friendship. I've heard of like little hints and things that have been floated around about what's to come from a couple of the members, and I cannot wait. I can't wait. There's a certain expectation that I have from I have this vision of Jade and like this like pop just superstar bag. Like Jade is, I feel like, just meant to be a superstar in every sense of the word too. I'm talking about like just headline whatever it is, get on a stage and just completely control a crowd with her personality. Perry's gonna control a crowd with just like her aura of light and her vocals. I'm looking for Perry to just blow us away with some of these solo vocals that she puts out, however she does put it out. Leanne, the one and only. And I don't even, watching her vocal growth has just been such an honor, and watching her come to be this incredible vocalist now and consistently blow me away time and time again in all these performances I've gotten to see her do in more recent time. I don't even have like a full thumb on what direction musically she would go in, and part of that is because she's evolved so much as a vocalist. I feel like she wants to make R&B music, she could kill that. If she wants to go in that pop direction, she could kill that. If she wants to like do like a hip hop and R&B thing, she'll kill that. She could do whatever she wants. Truly, she wants to make big ballads, she can go and kill that. And one thing about Leanne, it's going to come from such a place of emotion, because she feels everything so strongly that she does. And I feel like another thing I'll anticipate from her a lot is her songwriting and all their songwriting. This is going to be the first time we'll get to hear songwriting from like a very personal solo standpoint. And obviously we have two mothers in the group now, so there's experience and beauty in that. You listen to a lot of Adele's last couple albums and what came to be from a songwriting perspective of that. I think about that. All in all, I cannot wait for the solo stuff. I have ideas of what to expect, but at the same time, all these girls are capable of so much that I just know that it can go in any direction, but either way, it's going to be fucking fantastic. And I can't wait, and I'll be here to support it when it does happen. And I just want to close this with saying thank you, Leanne, Perry, Jade, for making me a better human being.
Okay, then. I want to take this moment to say the biggest thank you for helping us to create the most incredible fan base we could have only have dreamed of all those years ago. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks, I'd also like to give a shout out to our LGBTQ plus fans. Thank you for taking this next song and giving it a world of its own. I know there are a lot of mixers around the world watching tonight, and I want you to know that it doesn't matter where you're from, you should feel safe to be who you truly are and own that and be proud of that. And I want you to know that we support you wholeheartedly. Forever. Thank you for teaching us that allyship is so much more than this song. Behind closed doors, stolen moments that we steal. It'll never be. As you drive me to You girls changed my life. And no amount of words or songs will show just how thankful I am for that. And it has been an absolute honour to go together with you and to see the beautiful women that you've become. You've really made me a better person, and I can't live without you, so thank you so much. Nothing comes between us, nothing comes between us, nothing comes between us, between us. Curtains close and all the lights go down. Safe to say I'll stay, I'll always stick around.